What's going on, guys? So here we are in the garage. It's a little freaking cold because the weather didn't want to play with me today, but we're going to be working on this harness today. So this is basically a 3800 supercharged harness straight out of a Bonneville that we're going to be adapting to using the Fiero. I half-assed put it in the car the first time, and I mean it ran, but now I want to make it look clean and look better. I got some goodies coming on the way for it, but that's another story. Basically, all I'm going to do is go through this loom. I'm going to de-pin anything I don't need and reroute it because I'm actually going to move the computer to the trunk instead of being in the cab because there's not much room in there if you've ever seen a Fiero. So I got my wiring diagrams here. I'm just going to be going through it, and voila. So first thing you really need to do is lay it out the way it's laid out in the car to get a better feel for it. So we got a bulkhead over here where the computer hooks up to. We've got our injector harness right here. So it sits on the engine just like this. Go down to your oil pressure setter unit, down here. This goes off to the coil packs. And down to the laid out like it's going to be normally. Like that. That would go inside the car. Flipping it, and it's going to be going in the trunk. So that's how I'm going to wire it out there. Redo all of this. Eventually, I got to make it work with this Fiero harness. So I'm going to go through that one as well and deep in anything we don't need and get rid of all this extra clutter. First thing to do is get all this loom off and all this tape. Alright, so I got all the big loom off. Put it down here for a second so you can kind of see. Got all the big stuff off. Now I just need to work on getting all this tape because they taped it and then loomed it. So yeah, it sucks to be me. Alright, and continue. Alright, so as you can see, I got it stripped down to pretty much bare wire everywhere, except for these little plugs that aren't going to need to be uncovered. The injectors, I know they're staying there, so those aren't going anywhere. I probably will rewrap them anyways, but for now, we're good to go. So now we're going to go start going down this list and see about pulling out what we can delete and what we can keep. So let's go. So what I'm doing here is I found the wire for the data link connector. So I had it half-ass kind of plugged in here inside the cab. Since I'm moving this outside the cab, I just want to mark it where it's at, well the harness is at now. So when I start pre-fitting everything, I can run it to the cab instead of having it in the trunk again. So I actually have a data link inside the cab again. Okay guys, I just wanted to do this little voiceover here because my audio obviously sucks on this stupid little camera that I'm using. Don't worry, I've got a new camera coming on the way, actually 4K camera with a microphone, so we'll be doing some great videos with that. But I just want to do this voiceover, let you guys know what I'm doing. I'm basically just going pin by pin, making sure I'm pulling out the correct pin, because if you notice in one of them I had to put a wire back because I pulled the wrong pin. But using a multimeter just to probe one side, make sure the wire is coming out on the other side and I know where it's going so I can pull it out a little bit easier. That's all that's going on here. There's nothing too fancy or too sophisticated. This is where I'm probably going to end part 1. There will be a second video, a little more technical, a little more getting into the putting the harnesses together. So we'll get into that and I'll let you finish out this video. Alright guys, well, my camera just died and I'm about halfway through. I got the first connector done, so this side is all done. Now I need to move on to this side, but first I'm going to go take a lunch break and hopefully be back today. So, see you in a minute. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Obviously this is only part 1. I still have a lot of work to do. I've already taped most of part 2. I have a new camera coming on Friday, so the rest of part 2 will be filmed in the 4K camera. So it's going to be a little bit of mix between the crappy quality you're seeing right now and what we got going on in the future. So just stay tuned for part 2 if you want to see me put the 2 harnesses together and keep plugging along and actually get it in the car and test fit it and show you how to kind of plan ahead when you're working with these harnesses. So if you like this, give it a like, give it a subscribe. I'll be back shortly this week. Thanks, guys.